to Train Like a Norseman Tuesday here at Luther College. Every Tuesday at Luther, we get together with our wrestlers and do individual training sessions with a coach, working on technical things they need to get closer to being a champion. During this series of Train Like a Norseman Tuesday videos, we're going to give you technical tips to help you become closer to becoming a champion.
Today on Train Like a Norseman Tuesday, we're going to talk more about getting bonus points. This time of the year, at the championship time, getting near fall can open up big matches, or putting a guy on his back and getting a pin can make a big difference on the team scores and separate championship teams from non-championship teams. So today we're going to talk about getting a ball and chain and looking at a series of near falls and pins from the ball and chain. And it all starts with a good breakdown. And with Isaiah here as a partner in the referee's position, we're going to start out with a chop breakdown where I'm going to chop this arm on the whistle, but I'm also going to get up on my toes and I'm going to think about kind of corkscrewing Isaiah's body into the mat. That's kind of how I think of this. So it's not just a chop and lean into it. I chop, get on my toes, and run my feet to the opposite side of his body, kind of corkscrewing Isaiah's body into the mat. So it's going to look like this. Whistle blows, I get up on top, and I chop this elbow, and then I get up on my toes, and I walk him over the top of that side until I can secure that wrist. Again, it looks like this. Whistle blows, I chop, and I get up over the top, and I corkscrew him over the top of that chopped arm. So now, when I do that, I'm usually getting up with a cross wrist, just like this. So I chop, I corkscrew over the top of him, and I end up with a cross wrist. This might work better for longer guys, and I'm a little bit taller, so it's worked well for me over my career, is where I'm reaching through here looking for a ball and chain. So I'm reaching underneath, and I'm grabbing that wrist right between his crotch, which is what we call the ball and chain position. Usually when this happens, then what I'm going to try to do is create a little space between his elbow and his body on the far side, and I'm going to stick my hand in there and put my elbow right in the middle of his back, right here. When our guys have trouble turning guys with this, a lot of times they do is they get that elbow too deep. They're in right here, and they're trying to elevate with this elbow, but there's no pressure in the back. You want to think of this as a fulcrum. I'm putting pressure in his back with that elbow, and that makes it easier to turn. So I'm getting my elbow in this space. I step up with my trail leg between his legs, and with any combination, I want to go diagonal over his shoulders, diagonal. So I'm not going to go completely sideways, I'm going to go diagonal over the top of that shoulder. So I'm here, and I'm pushing that over the top of it, taking him over the top of that shoulder until I get him turned, and everything is elevated at the backside, nice and tight, elbow staying here in this position as I'm getting near fall. So again, right here I've got in the space, elbows in his back, I'm putting pressure towards that far elbow, pressuring into him. Once I feel that pressure, I'm getting ready to turn, I fall to the side, elevate that back leg, and getting near fall in that position. Sometimes when I do this, I'll get that elbow in the side, and what happens is that he'll throw that hip down, and this near hip will come up, right here, right here. If that's the case, I can come back underneath and reach underneath his body to that far shoulder, right here, right here. Now all I'm going to do is get up on my toes, use this ball and chain to elevate. I don't let go of it. Just use it to elevate, and I take them right over the top of that shoulder, right here. So again, I get that elbow in, he throws the hip down, so I can't get him to turn very well. I release it, come underneath, get nice and low here, as far as I can on the shoulder, elevate it, put pressure on that far shoulder, and get near fall that direction. Okay? Sometimes when this occurs, again, different looks from here, I'll start putting pressure on it, this arm will be back, right here. I'll see this arm back here, he'll be posting with it. So I'm here and he's kind of using that arm as a post. What I can do is I can release off and put a bar arm on this near side, the entire time keeping that ball and chain on the far side. So now I've got a bar arm, and on this, what I really do is I use my hips to drive him over the top of it. So I start walking with my hips right here, put my elbow right in his ear, right here. So again, I've got pressure, I'm pulling, he posts, release off, go with the bar arm, make a big fist in his back. Now I'm using my hips to drive him over, and as that shoulder pins down, put your elbow right in his ear, looking for a near fall and ultimately a pin from there. Okay. And the last thing from this ball and chain series is sometimes the guys will be really flat to the mat. They're just really sucked down, and I just feel like they're sucked tight to the mat. No matter which way I go, I just can't quite get them turned. You know, I'm releasing off, and I can't get them turned. In which case, a roll can be effective here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this elbow in the middle of his back like this before. Now I'm gonna hook this near leg right here. Hook the near leg, and I'm going to put my head down on the mat. Look towards his feet on this, not towards his head. I'm gonna put my right ear right down on the mat right here, looking towards his feet. I'm gonna roll through and use my legs to kick his body over. Right there. Take him towards his back and get your fall in that situation. So again, we're in a ball and chain, got the elbow in the back. I use this leg here to scoop his near leg up. I'm gonna put my right ear on the mat, look towards his heels, roll, and then kick with my legs. Bring him over, putting pressure towards his shoulders. So there's a ball and chain series that we can use for near fall and falls.